Okay, there's nothing directly post-credits, but I think it was the same thing in Stormblood or whatever. It's after I turn this in that it goes into a cutscene. Talk to the wife real quick. I knew the Knights Blessed were amongst the revelers, aye. But the Crystarium was so crowded, I thought it safe to speak my true name. Oh, okay, yeah, so the Knights Blessed, she was just saying the Knights Blessed was there, but because she was so excited, she just gave out her name. Poor Runar and his ilk were gripped with panic. As you may recall, 'tis customary not to reveal one's true name outside of family and ceremony. Yet when I hurried to explain that all present were like family, I was greeted with an outpouring of tears. An emotional people, the blessed. Well, and I think the fact that the light is gone now, I think they can relax that rule a little bit. It would seem I don't know my own limits. I had thought to push on till dawn, but my body had other plans. Still, I did enjoy the carousing while it lasted. Even I need to forget my cares every now and then. I don't mean if there's any time to do it, it's now. What I don't need is to wake up to Alphino smirking at my bedside. He said my face was a rare sight while I slept. Gods, I hope I wasn't drooling. It would seem that the city celebrated long into the night. Not that I would know, as embarrassing as it is to admit. I woke to find myself in the infirmary, having apparently collapsed from exhaustion. My aching pride was somewhat soothed by the sight of Alize asleep in the bed next to me. She must have been just as weary. Long has it been since I've seen her face so peaceful in repose. 'Twas a rare, tranquil moment, or morning, tranquil morning, made unforgettable by the sight of those clear blue skies. The ending to this tale hath been a joyous one indeed. Myriad were the lessons learned, yet there is one of particular import. 'Tis imperative that I master magics to grant my feet purchase upon the water, or else allow me to part the sea at will. I must needs visit Bismarck in due course and scrub his teeth in thanks. Mayhap the airy arts of a fairy whale might be imparted to mortal men. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, we don't even know how he got back. Just presumably just washed up on shore. People came from mounds around to join the festivities, but most seem to have stumbled home by now. Even so, I dare say Norvrant will echo to the sound of clinging mugs for some while yet. I thought to indulge in a little revelry myself last night until Urion J began to list all the names of my drunken conquests. I ended up drinking water. Water. Oh, Lavenza, are you well? No ill after effects? To my eyes, you seem completely healed. It really is a miracle. Speaking of happy surprises, I was amazed to see the crowd that greeted our return. I hadn't realized just how many people we had met along the way. Yeah, that's another... They're really good at doing that, at bringing it kind of full circle, particularly in this expansion. They did that kind of several times. And did you see their smiles? Right then and there, I vowed to do whatever I could to keep that joy from fading. Let's see what old Graha has to say. Still calling himself the Crystal Exarch.
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the sea... Although our many hurts will be years in the mending,
sorry about that.
I forgot this world and her people will one day be whole once more.
I forgot I turned the volume down there. I forgot to turn it back up. And Now I don't even know what he said. So, by your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the sin eaters driven to retreat. And then, see if I can do this right. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. My bad.
With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history?
That's an interesting time travel thing.
Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
Time to get to work.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the Source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow scions, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure she arrives within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way.
I mean, I've been able to travel through that portal since the beginning, haven't I?
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side.
It's such a great moment. You know, just...
Would that it was so easy.
just for his character.
The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source,
To the West Gate. I want to know what's happening there.
this must take place right after the last time we saw it with...
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty.
with Xenos and Elidibus and Varys.
Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor! Wait! Ugh! You Radiants!
Gaius! You've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself.
Yeah, narcissists like that.
But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat.
So he actually believes it's still Elidibus.
Gaius! He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
And he don't want it.
'Tis you, father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew.
Xenos!
It's quite the cut. I'm curious to see what Xenos is going to be like in Walker. Well, might as well talk to them. I talked to them on the way in. Might as well do it on the way out. Oh, you've returned. Was there a lull in the fighting over there, or? No, he kind of finished it up. I've been keeping that device you uncovered safe and sound. Did you need to use it again? Oh, nope, not yet. But yeah, because he talks about wanting to wait until after we've gorged ourselves or whatever. Which makes me think, I mean, we'll have to deal with Zodiac and Eidolon before then, and then something we'll fight, or I don't know. Been a while since we've been back here. Together with the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, we've been waging our war of subterfuge in the Empire. Thancred's left big shoes to fill, but I try to fill them as best I can. Welcome, Leventa. As you can see, nothing of consequence has happened while you were away. You needn't worry for us. Ehrenwald has taken the lead in our efforts to contain the primals. He is adamant that we hold the fort, leaving you free to pursue greater matters, and the rest of us could not agree more. If you are worried about the Archon's bodies, rest assured all is unchanged and well. We here continue taking turns watching over them. Yeah, I forgot we don't have access to that room yet. And then I take it Hori and his brother and the other sisters are not here. The thirsty sister. But, Lavenza, is that really you? But, how? When? We didn't think you'd be back for ages. Time moves in mysterious ways. Would you rather I went again? Yeah, I'm going to go with the second one. Oh, don't be daft. I just can't believe you're actually back. We heard the good news from your pixie friend, but nothing compares to seeing you in the flesh. As for the situation on this side, the Imperials are still eyeing our forces from afar. From what I'm told, the Garlean armies have been slow to react and seem reluctant to commit to any large-scale engagements. It's an odd sort of stalemate. Otherwise, we've yet to see any sign of that awful Black Rose weapon we were warned about. And to think it... I mean, obviously Gaius and Estinian were doing their bit to get rid of it, but Xenos also seems to have potentially done something to stop it. Because he doesn't want anything getting in our way. Oh, but I suppose we did call in an old friend to help out on that count. Hee. Kral and I had a terrible time tracking him down, though it will be worth it to see the look on your face when you find out who it is. Anyway, I was just about to make contact with this helper of ours, and then confirm the latest news from the front. Might you fancy having a rest while I do? Ah, the Warrior of Light, back where she belongs, just as if nothing had happened. Though you do seem different somehow. You'll have to tell me all about your adventures when we next have a spare moment. There's a lot to tell. Until then, welcome back. This is it. So good. Oh, right. Of course there would be a cutscene. Oblivion has claimed him. Emmett Selk, gone. La Habrea, gone. I alone remain, the last of the unbroken. Once more, I am moved to reevaluate the potential of these tattered souls. Ah, Xenos. Never did I dream you could overpower me so completely, possessed as I was of your body and all its uncanny strength. And now that I have shared with you the truth of this world and its reflections, who can predict how events will unfold? Not I. And that's crazy. Like, Xenos is already stronger than his old self in a different body. Now that he's in his original body. Emissary. What a poor jest that title has become. The flow of history has become muddied, its currents wild beyond my capacity to direct them. You have wrested the advantage, Heidelin. The thieving hands of your disciples tighten their grip on our star. The origins of the world remain hidden, and its inhabitants ignorant of their broken existence, just as you and your creators desired. They celebrate the gift of imperfect life, uncaring, unknowing as we weaken and fade. But do not imagine yourself rid of us. Though your champion has indeed proven the most egregious obstacle to our ascendance, a barbed thorn in my side, she may yet be removed and cast into the abyss. Oh yes, it can be done. I will keep these heroes mired in the first, and victory will be ours at the last. Warriors of darkness now, are they? Then their fate is decided. They shall meet the same end as those who came before, death at the hands of warriors of light. It's definitely an interesting plan he attempts to pull off. Oh, and then, of course, they always have to have the intro to the raid series. It seems you were right. Yes, there is something out there. But it would mean crossing mounds and mounds of this infernal emptiness, which is rather unhealthy for living creatures as I understand it. Even were we to restrict ourselves to brief forays, I don't like to imagine the effect it would have on our ether. But you still want to go, don't you? We may have saved the world, but we haven't reclaimed it. That's something I want to see too, is them eventually do something with the first. Ah, when you put it that way. Like to come back to the first where stuff is built back up in the empty. What choice do we have? Well, of course I'm going with you. That's what family is for, isn't it? Come, let's head back and prepare for this mad journey of yours. Thank you, Thancred. Oh, okay. Gives us a little sneak peek at Eden. Though blazing skies give way to gentle night, what hand can end the war of dark and light? Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was phenomenal. We did actually manage to finish up 5.0 tonight. So, yeah, it's great. Obviously, as usual, in the credits for 5.0 will be kind of my review, so look forward to that. But yeah, I love it. I mean, there's a reason why Shadowbringers is as amazing as it is. And I personally think it's from the content that's in these videos. But yeah, and then next up will be the very tiny little level 80 Dark Knight quest, and then we'll be moving on to the patch content, which I'm looking forward to. So hopefully you are as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and you have a good one.